Okay. Welcome to Barters and Crafts, where you never know what you're in for. I'm Karen from West Virginia.
And I'm Connie from Maryland. We're coming to you unedited. Let's keep that in mind.
And uncensored.
And uncensored, exactly. We try to be PG-13, but you never know what happens with us.
So what are we doing this evening?
Well, I thought I would do a cute little Easter craft. Easter's only what? A week away? Almost a week away.
Mm-hmm.
Good golly, time flies. I tell you, you blink your eye and the month is over. I wanted to just do a little quick craft. I don't know if it's going to be quick. I hope it'll be quick. You never know with me.
Oh, you never know what you're in for.
One of those things, but I just thought it would be fun, something simple, something pretty to hang on the wall. You know me, I love wall hangings. I love wreaths. I like things like that. That's just me. Not much of a shelf sitter person, but you know how I am. So
you ready to get started?
I think so. And with our new camera set up, I want you to switch cameras on me for me.
I will, and you'll have to excuse me. I don't have a mouse yet.
That's okay. Remember, guys, we are still getting this set up, but we are doing much better with our setups. So as soon as we get things going, we will be on a roll.
Okay, there's that one.
Just a few seconds and we will be ready to go. And then I'll explain.
There you go.
So the craft I decided that we were going to do is just a cute little wreath. And for my wreath, we are going to need 2 embroidery hoops. I couldn't think of what they were called. Embroidery hoops. Okay, so
do you have sizes on them? Or does it matter?
It really doesn't matter the size, but I do believe this is a 10-inch and this is a 6-inch, if I'm not mistaken. You know what? I might have a ruler here. I can measure real quick, but it really honestly doesn't matter what size, just as long as you have one bigger and one smaller. I have 10-inch and a 6-inch. I was exactly right. Never doubt me.
You're so good.
You will need some fabric, and I just use these little, what are they called? Fat quarters, I think they're called. Yeah, fat quarters. They work fine. Now, again, depending on how big of a hoop you use, you might have to go by yardage, but I don't know what the largest hoop that comes in, but for mine, this is plenty. As you can see, I did cut my piece out already. I had way more left over. So you just need that. We will be using our little Mod Podge. And I have some little embellishments that I'm going to put on there. And I do have some flowers in my little sidekick over here that I'm not sure what kind we'll be using yet. That's going to be to be determined. I even have some Easter lilies, but I think they're going to be, you know what they're called? Easter lilies.
Mm-hmm.
I do have some of those too, but I don't know if I think they might be too big for what I want, but so first things first. I did pick the green to use as my fabric. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use the pink or the gray, but I did something springy like. So I did end up using that. But the first thing you want to do, this is just dollar store foam board. Okay, what I did was I laid my hoop down. I actually took it apart and laid it down and traced it out and then cut it with an X-Acto knife or box cutter knife, anything that you want. And then I did the same for the center circle. so that you have both to go that will lay on there, so that, but enough to lay in the middle of it so that you have something to glue down. See how that lays in there nicely like that?
Mhm.
So that's the part of that. And then, which I did pre ahead of time. Is that a word?
Prepared.
I cut my fabric in the size of the hoop. Now, again, it doesn't have to be exact. I am a little off and everything. Nothing has to be exact in crafting, so it is what it is. First thing you want to do, and this doesn't have to be cut out perfect either. I kind of cut it and had all these little ridges, and I took the sanding block and I just sanded some down. I had a mess everywhere. That's why I was like, yeah, let me do this ahead of time, because it would have been. And you want to take your time cutting it out so that it's not all jiggity jaggedy. And that's another word. The word for tonight is
Jiggity jaggedy.
So first thing you want to do is open the Mod Podge. There we go. The first thing we're going to do is make a mess. Well, we'll just use that. Is we're going to just Mod Podge our fabric down onto the foam. Simple as that. Nothing fancy about this, nothing crazy. No interesting techniques for this, but you do want to apply a general amount of Mod Podge onto your circle, foam circle, to get it, the fabric to lay on there nicely. I'm just doing that real quick. So I know in this recording,
And you spread it on so elegantly.
Yeah, we just call it that, you know. Now I know in our new recordings that you cannot see Karen when you're watching this, but she is with us.
Always.
Oh, she's always with us. So I did that. Now we're just going to put this on. Try to get the wrinkles out just so it lays on there nice and flat. And I did iron my material ahead of time, like before I cut the circle, because when it's folded in those fat quarters, you get creases and lines and all that good stuff.
Did you ever use one of those spreaders like what you use for canvas? The vinyl, I mean.
What do you mean? What spreader?
Well, like my Cricut came with a yellow flat piece that you can smooth things out with.
Oh, you mean the burnishing tool?
I don't know the names.
You mean? It's
flat.
Yes, like the
like a scraper.
Yes, I do. But sometimes it's, it really, people, when I do canvas, vinyl, people are like, oh, you got to do it. You got to do it. It's like, sometimes it really, if you rub it with your fingers, it's kind of the same method. So I've just rubbed with my fingers and.
Hands on.
That's right. Now we have it on there. And again, it's not perfect. I can go back and I can cut this off after if it sticks over enough. I can cut it off now, but I'm not even concerned about it because you're not going to see it in a little bit. So I did remember my trash can again. I always forget my trash can. And that's all we're going to use the Mod Podge for. So I can close that up before I spill it and it ends up everywhere. That would not be good.
No, but it'd be great virtual viewing.
It might make good comedy, but so I lock this up tight as it can be. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna lay this on. Now, when we lay it on, it has an edge. Of course it does. You want it to lay on the edge so you have something to glue it to. You don't want it to hang off. You want it to be right on there. So when you cut your foam board, you want to make sure that you have something to adhere this hoop to. Okay. So now the fun part is to get this on here before the glue dries. Or burn yourself, one or the other, right?
We're using that handy dandy hot glue.
Our all-time favorite hot glue.
Duct tape for crafters.
If you don't like hot glue, you can always use something else, but hot glue is so much faster and okay, and that's on. Look at that, perfect. Voila, voila, I'm gonna push it down. Still have some of the Mod Podge seeping through. That dry. So now, pushing it down, make sure it's secure. And voila, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So now, this will be at your top. This is where we're going to hang the twine or rope or string or whatever you're going to use it, to hang it with. So you want that at the top, but you don't want this ugly thing at the top either. So you see that? You don't want to see. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip it so that it's at the bottom, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my little bunny down there so it hides it.
Oh, nice.
So you just have the wood frame. So when you put the first one on, you really didn't have to worry about where you were setting it, just as long as you put it onto the foam. This one you will have to worry about, because you want to kind of have your bunny centered. So you don't want to put this on like this. Oops, let me drop the bunny.
Like went down the rabbit hole.
Right. So then you'll have it still showing. Your object is to put it there so that it hides it. So you want to be careful when you put this one on. To kind of get it to where you want to put it, pick it up and hold it that way. Put the glue. I'm concentrating because it's coming near my fingers. And then we're going to put it down. So then we have our wreath.
I like that color.
Green turned out, I like the green. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use the pink or not, which also would be very pretty. And then when I was there too, I also saw the gray. I was thinking pink or green might look good, but and again, see how this hangs out? We can always either cut that off. That's just fix-ups. No problems with that. So now I got my little bunny. And the first thing I want to do is I want to attach him down here. Kind of, and just make sure that it's in the center of where this is coming, because that's how you want it to lay. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of, make this straight, hot glue here. and hot glue here. And then I'm going to put my bunny on here. And he's now on. Then, and I got these off of another dollar store item that I actually found, and I liked them, but not on it. So what I was going to do is I was going to put, let's see how I want to lay it.
Oh, that's cute.
So I was going to try to hide, somewhat hide. I'm going to lay it up here more, and then that like that. And I'm going to hang it. You can see that before I glue it, but just to put it on there nicely like that. I was trying to hide the hanger a little bit so you would just see the string come up rather than
just see the whole thing.
Yeah, see the whole thing. And I think I might just kind of run some glue along here. Wood sticks to wood very easily, so you don't need a lot of hot goo. You don't need a lot of hot goo. You don't need a lot of hot glue, so it works much easier. Yeah, like it. Now the tricky part is where I'm going to put this. Here. And here. And like I said, when you attach wood to wood, it's like almost instant. So you do have to be careful that make sure that's where you want it. So that's that. Now, again, it's just a simple, fun little wreath to make. I got a couple flowers in here and pull some out. Hold on. There's some. Not sure what I want to use yet or how I want to use it. Let me pull them out. I didn't want them all sitting on the table, so but I wanted to add a little bit of floral at the bottom. That was stuck together. Okay. Yeah, I didn't want anything too big. I think some of the purple ones might be too big. All right, let's just play real quick. Again, I'm not a floral designer, so I have absolutely no concept on how to arrange flowers or to do anything. So
are you going to add leaves?
I was thinking about it. We're going to see how it looks. Again, just to play yet. And again, this can be done. There's no rhyme or reason to this. And I keep saying I need to get my wire cutters out because I kill my scissors doing this. Oops. I don't know if these will look good here. And again, I'll probably cut them off. I'll show you what I'm doing. You guys can see better once I hold it up. I need to find the wire cutters. On my to-do list, I'm telling you right now. So. Or I think maybe the pink next to the bottom might be better. And again, this part is just, there's no rhyme or reason to it. You can do whatever you want because it's you. Actually, that looks kind of cute. And again, you don't really, you want to go overboard, you can go overboard. If you want to keep it simple, that's me with flowers, keep it simple. But even to do something like that.
Oh, I like that.
And I'm going to glue that in, but because it'll fall out. But I'm going to hold it up and show you. Just something simple. I mean, just used a couple little flowers.
That didn't take long at all.
All right. So let me glue this in. And actually sticking the long stems behind the bunny kind of holds that in. So you don't really have to glue the whole thing. You can just glue, fix this leaf. You can glue like right here by the leaf, stick it in, and then glue it down right there. And that's what I'm going to do because the bunny will be holding majority of it down. So I'm just going to put a little dab of glue right there. And do the same on this side. Need much. Get it where you want, hold it down. This is attaching to fabric, so it does take a few seconds longer than the wood did. And then I'm going to take, I can just leave it on there. Cut that little nub off or not, but probably don't need to worry about it. A little bit of hot glue there. Actually, it's better that I didn't because then it can stick up a little bit. And put that in my little bin. When I do stuff with flowers, I just grab a whole bunch of different ones because I never know when I do the project whether it's going to be, you know, they're going to be too big, they're too small, or
Too much of that color.
yeah, or the right color. I didn't, you know, I was going to do white there. I was really thinking about white, and then I'm putting next to the bunny. I'm going, that's too much white next to the bunny. And
Very nice.
just a cute, simple. I didn't have the twine. I don't know where the twine is. It's probably in the thing, but I do want to add a little piece of twine right here through the little, I don't even know what this thing's called. Karen, what's this thing called? The little screw thingy.
Oh, you're asking the wrong person. It's a doohickey.
The thingamabob. Actually, it's nice to use embroidery hoops for different things because you already have that piece to string your twine through, rope through, or anything else. And like I said, this piece over here, again, my imperfections, I will go back and I'll cut this and trim this off a little bit just because it sticks out a little bit too much. I don't like that. That's just my analness coming out. But other than that,
It's very pretty.
simple, little, cute little wreath to hang up on your wall, door. Not sure if I would, well, I mean, if you have a covered porch, you could hang it on your front door. But, and just like that, simple as ever. And that didn't take long at all to make something like that.
No.
I really enjoyed that.
Oh, it's really nice.
Yeah, if you're ever, you know, if you're doing crafting and you just pick up different flowers you see, and that's what I always do. If I find something that's unique color or different shape, like these long ones, instead of just all plain ones. But again, you can put any kind of flowers in there. It doesn't have to be anything specific. It can be different colors. If I would have done the pink background, you know, I could have put yellow flowers in there or blue flowers. The possibilities are just endless. It's just something cute. And if you don't have one of these carrot signs and you can't make one or you can't find one, you can always just use a little welcome sign. I know Michael sells the little wood cutout welcomes. You can just do that. And again, if you do that, you can, just because it has a bunny on it, you put welcome on and you can keep it up longer through this springtime.
Right.
Just different possibilities. All right, guys. Well, that is my little craft for you tonight. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, kind of sprinkle the love, share, or sprinkle
Comment
the
and
love.
let us know.
Comment, smash the like button, anything. Maybe you could share, send it to your friend. I keep using the S word, and I know I shouldn't, but again, we're on a recording, so I guess it really doesn't matter. We're not live. We're coming to you recorded, but unedited. But I need
Sprinkle it with the stardust.
Yeah, I do need to get into the habit of not using that S word, but so that when we are live on Facebook, that they frown upon it for some reason. I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me, but that's just me. So anyway, we're gonna switch back to different cameras, and I think I kind of like how that works. And there you
Welcome
go.
back.
And there you go. That was my little spring Easter craft. And again, like I said, Easter is just a little over a week away. Hard to believe. I know it's early this year, isn't it though?
Mm-hmm.
Because usually it's later in April, isn't it?
It's usually
I know
around my birthday.
Yeah, which is later in April. But
that concludes our show for this evening.
Hope you enjoyed it.
And thanks for watching.
Again, you can go to Barters Crafts. Friend us. Watch it there. Watch the replay. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to send us messages. We are always
on YouTube.
Yep. We are on YouTube also.
And catch us for another live for our spring drawing on April 7th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Talk.
It's that camera. Yeah, we're camera shy. We really are. Believe it or not, we really are.
But that'll be on the Facebook page.
Yes. Come join us on our Facebook group, our page, not group. It's not a group. It's our actual page. Oh. Wait a minute. What happened?
Your time's up.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know if I went away or not. So my screen went black.
You didn't.
Okay, good. Sorry. Yeah, come join us on our craft page, Barters Crafts on Facebook. And
all right.
We can hit the down below. It will be the links, or up above, or around here, or over there. Somewhere.
Wherever it sets up.
Wherever you see, just keep looking for it. You'll find us. Trust us. All right,
thanks
guys.
for watching.